Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
Go for a Cordina. I gotta go get a 35 pounder, a young up and coming fighter who the world think is a good fighter. So truthfully, I just kind of made that decision on my own and told them that's the fight that I would.
25, or will you put stops to that shit? Will we see that fight in 2025?
Bro, that's a Tank Gervonta Davis question because it's like, bro, I'm willing to fight. I want to fight. I think that's gonna be the biggest and best fight in boxing when it happened, but it's more so on him. Like, if he say, "Oh, I'm gonna retire without fighting me," what I'm gonna do? Like, y'all gotta realize too. Like, I done made so much money in the sport to where it's like I don't need him either. Same way,
Talk
like
that
if he
shit.
feeling like he don't need me, okay, I don't need you either, nigga. Like, I'm still gonna be good. I'm still gonna keep making money. I'm still gonna be the guy. Nobody's gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna beat me, whether he fight me or he don't fight me. So, truthfully, that's more so a question for him.
Hey, man. What it is, big boss hog, boss dog can't poke through the door. Hit the top of his box, fucking about soliloquy. Talk talks don't last, good people do. Turn off yourself, condiment if I lie, maybe you're mad. Peak game, made the folks on West Wayne. Your boy just came from the gym. I pushed myself today. I ran a mile, and I did it. It was pretty bad. I did it in like 9, almost 10 minutes. So I got to get that mug down. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, I used to be able to run a mile and a half in like 9-10 minutes. So that's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? In my book, So, your boy got to get back to it, I am coming out being sick, so, but I ain't making no excuses. I got to get that mud back down. Let's talk about Shakur Stevenson. He was interviewed on the Jamel Herring show, and but it was on Blunt Sports YouTube page. Shout out to him. He kind of chopped it up. So the key parts. So shout out to Blunt Sports. I got to give people their credit. You know what I'm talking about. But Shakur Stevenson said he don't need Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this all stems from he was asked, hey, do you want the Gervonta Tank Davis fight? He said that's on him. He the one that, he the A-side. In which I admire the fact that Shakur Stevenson keeping it real from that aspect. Because you'll get fighters that clearly are not the A-side sit there and say, oh, well, I'm the A-side, so, he need to do what I say. And it's like, Shakur clearly knows, like, look, I'm not the A-side, but at the same time, like, I want that fight. You know what I mean? It's going to be the biggest fight in boxing when it happens, So I respect that, the fact that he think that. Me personally, I don't feel like that's the biggest fight in boxing. I think the biggest fight in boxing for Tank would be Lomachenko. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Shakur and Tank would be the biggest fight in boxing, only because Shakur is not really an exciting fighter. He won't live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Shakur gonna talk. I think from that aspect he may be able to get eyes, but you got people walking out Shakur Stevenson fights in his hometown. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's gonna be the biggest fight in boxing. I don't think that's a fight that everybody want to see. I mean, it's on the list. You know what I mean? But that's not a fight everybody want to see. Oh, Tank Shakur. It's like, people kind of move to Shakur off of Devin. You get what I mean? I honestly think if Devin would have beat Ryan Garcia, that fight probably would have been a big fight. I'm not gonna lie. That fight would have been bigger than Tank Shakur. I just think people kind of riding the wave onto the next fighter. Like, okay, Tank versus Shakur. And if Shakur get in there and get sparked, you know what I'm saying, then they going to go to Keyshawn. Like, they just riding the wave, in my opinion, because that's what I'm seeing. They was on the Devin train, then Devin got did dirty by Ryan, and then boom, okay, next fighter. Who Who can we jump on now? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it from my aspect. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur Stevenson says he don't need Gervonta Tank Davis. I call cap on that. Okay? Now, granted, Shakur Stevenson said, hey, I've been paid, but it's not from a paid perspective. We're not talking about for money. And truthfully, you're not even touching the M's that Gervonta Tank Davis is getting. You getting M's, but you're not touching life-changing M's, right? That's the difference. You getting like 3 million here, 2 million here. You're not getting life-changing M's, like 10 million, you know, or more, 100 million. You're not getting those M's that Tank getting. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. So in essence, you need Tank Davis, right? You also need Tank Davis for your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Tank has many options. He can go many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Tank kind of needs Shakur too for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But Tank just needs names for his legacy, right? But Shakur needs Tank more than Tank needs Shakur, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out, though. Okay, I don't think it's equal. I don't look at it like, oh, they need each other. I look at it like Shakur needs Tank more than Tank needs Shakur. Tank got more options. Everybody want to fight him, right? Everybody. Because a lot of people want to get paid. Some people actually feel like they can beat him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we just keeping it 1,000. You know, we ain't finna sit here and cap. Some people look at Tank and they like, I can probably do this and I'll beat him. You get what I'm saying? But Shakur need Tank. He need him, bro. You're not gonna get no other payday like that. You need a Tank Davis. You need a Gervonta Tank Davis. A lot of people need a Gervonta Tank Davis. Payday and just style of fighter alone. There's a reason why Gervonta Tank Davis is looked at how he's looked at as far as being a talented fighter, right? There's a reason why he's hated on. Because think about it. If Gervonta Tank Davis was trash, like a lot of people say, nobody would talk about him. He wouldn't be a topic of discussion, right? So people know that he good. The problem is people don't like him because they don't like what he's doing. That's just real talk. They don't like what he's doing. You know what I mean? We just gonna be real. They don't like what he's doing. He picking and choosing. You know what I'm saying? But he can do that. He can sit there and be like, I don't feel like fighting him. I'll fight him. Right? That's just what it is. You know? Is he giving us the fights that the fans, every fight that the fan want? No. But one thing I would say about him is this. He made an attempt and they all said no. So what is he supposed to do? You see what I'm saying? He made an attempt. They all said, So that's why Tank is frustrated. That's why Tank like, man, I'm going to retire. Tank looking at it like this. Y'all ridiculing me for not wanting to fight these guys, or y'all saying I don't want to fight these guys. So I try to fight these guys, and then these guys tell me no, and then y'all still ridiculing me. So that's why he like, man, F it. I'm gonna get out the game. And I understand it, bro. It's like, bro, what do y'all want from me? I'm trying to fight these dudes. They don't want to fight. They telling me wait till 2025. You know what I mean? And Ryan said 2025 we can fight, but we got to fight at 140. You don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And he ended up having to wait till 2025. You know what I mean? For Lamar Roach because of the venue issues. You know? And I think Arroyo got a fight lined up, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Pitbull Cruz messed up the money by losing to Arroyo because he probably would have fought Pitbull Cruz again. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Shakur who went, you know, he talked to Shakur, but Shakur wanted more of a commitment from PBC. They're like, bro, we trying to give you the fight that you want. You want Tank, we trying to give you that fight. Shakur's like, they ain't heard back from him. So they moved on and did their own thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, all this come full circle. But like I said, I think Shakur need Tank more than Tank needs Shakur. So Tank got more options. You know, Shakur ain't making the money that Tank making. But legacy-wise, Tank also fought better competition than Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to keep it 1,000. Like, he's Shakur. Who has he fought? Huh? Especially at 135. So I'm not trying to hear that stuff, bro. Tank, even when Tank was at 130, he fought better competition at 30 than Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just keep it 1,000. He fought Pedraza. You know what I mean? That was his fight. You could sit there and say Pedraza at 30 was better than Valdez at 30. Valdez is kind of like a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? Pedraza went on to do great things and fight great fighters after, you know, he lost to Tank. He fought Lomachenko. He fought, he just fought Keyshawn Davis. You know, he fought, I think he fought Jorge Linares. Like, bro, he got names on his resume. You know what I mean? And he beat a couple of, I won't say elite fighters or great fighters, but he beat some good fighters. You know what I'm saying? So, all I'm saying at the end of the day, Shakur, I call cap, bro. I think Shakur got to understand. He need Tank more than Tank need him. You get what I mean? When I hear these young fighters, and it bothers me to hear a young fighter say that, like, oh, I don't need him anyway. You know, I'm getting paid. That's what's wrong with these young fighters. That right there. I'm getting paid. They content because they're getting paid. So there's no sense of urgency to go fight the best fights. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting millions, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Tank, though. You know, Tank feel like, man, I ain't got to prove what I got to prove to anybody. He said they don't want it. I was watching the Frank Martin All Access. He was like, what I got to prove to everybody? I don't got to prove nothing. I'm already a legend in my city. I made it out my city. He said, I used to sleep on crack house floors and all the other stuff. I'm already a legend. I don't got to prove nothing to nobody. That's how he feels. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why there's no sense of urgency to fight. A lot of people say, oh, Tank is scared because he know he going to lose. No, Tank looking at it like this, bro. Like, I already done fought against making it out my city. You get what I mean? Making it out the hood. I slept on crack house floors. You know, I had to get raised by my grandma because my mom, abandoned us. Like, it was a lot he had to go through as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody has trials and tribulations. But Tank feel like where I came from, I'm already a legend because I made it out. You know? And Tank talks about, and even Kevin Ford talks about how there's a lot of great fighters in their gym, but they all died because of the streets. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like Tank has that mindset. Because he like, look, man, I made it out my city. I'm already a legend. Like, I don't got to prove nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? But then I think there's this other side of him that's like, these dudes playing with my game. They playing my name, bro. They playing with my top. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So he like, man, I'm finna go get it. You know what I mean? But I call cap on Shakur. You know what I'm saying? He needs Gervonta Davis. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gun.